Welcome back to the Stony Brook Sports Report. Now time to talk to the athletic director here at Stony Brook University, and that's Jim Fiore. And Jim, it's hard to believe that pretty much the academic and athletic year has really come to a close, but when you go in great guns in all your sports, it does go fast, doesn't it?
What an exciting year for Stony Brook. I mean, I think it kicked it off with the hiring of Rick Sohl last August, if you will, and went right into the fall with our football team right down to the last game of the year. Our soccer teams had a good year. Our swim team, cross-country teams continue to compete. Then we had Joe Nathan Night in December. And we opened up the Academic Center in October, the new student athlete Goldstein Center. And then right through the winter with women's basketball team going 14-2 in the conference and Player of the Year in the conference. And now lacrosse, men's lacrosse, women's lacrosse, softball, baseball, all in the top 3 or 4 in the league right now. So we're rolling.
All right, let's talk about, as we said, it comes to a close, the academic athletic year. What goes through, what transpires now in the athletic department during the course of the summer months leading back up to when the teams come back for August practice to start the fall and leading into September? What do you guys do down in the office?
Yeah, back in the day, as the kids would say, there was a down period. There was a down period. 10 years ago, 15 years ago, when I got into the business, there was June, July. You can kind of really take vacations. And boy, I tell you, football reports back August 3rd. With our upgrade to football,
with scholarships
and going to the Big South Conference and playing in a different level of competition, if you will, we've ramped up the expectations of the program. So they come back August 3rd now. We're going all summer long. But what we'll do now is, as we wind down from this spring, now we'll start strategic planning for the future. We just submitted our budget to the president, to the university for next year. So that's done. That process is pretty much complete. And then now what we'll do is we'll do strategic planning. We'll set our goals for next year. We'll meet with each individual coach. We'll do performance reviews of our coaches and our staff. And then we'll set expectations for next year. And then we'll articulate that in June to our staff.
All right, also facilities, a big word around here, renovation of the basketball arena. Where are we standing right now with the renovation? When might it begin? When might it end?
Yeah. Well, we'll break ground in another week or so, May, for $1 million locker rooms for men's and women's basketball. They're going to have a lounge. They're going to have brand new locker rooms, beautiful locker rooms, and they're each going to have a video room. And the architects that came in said, Jim, you're getting what Missouri has and what Kansas wants. So we're going to be right there with any program in the country as it relates to basketball locker rooms. That's the first phase. We haven't solidified with HOK, our architect firm, who has the new Met Stadium and the new Yankee Stadium. So we're going to get the best architects in the country, and they're working on our new arena. But we'll probably break ground, Carl, next March, at the end of the next basketball season. We hope to have it done by the next 08 season.
That'd be awesome. Now, highlights of the year, you touched on it quickly, but I would think one of the highlights of the year for this university was Joe Nathan Night when you retired his jersey, his number. Yeah. Talk about that and the memories that it bring back from 3-4 months ago.
Yeah, that process began a long time ago. Probably began about 6 months after I took the job at Stony Brook. Joe is clearly a professional athlete and a high-profile former Stony Brook baseball player here. So we brought him back. He had been disconnected for too long. And that was just a culmination of a lot of work and a lot of years of Matt Sank's work, of 18 years. And Joe Nathan Night, what people saw publicly was the retiring of the jersey. What many people didn't say was the celebration beforehand, where Matt had about 100 former baseball players come back and celebrate the night. So yeah, it was symbolic of a lot of things, of a lot of greatness that program has had, and a lot of relationship building that we're trying to do with our alumni going forward. But Joe's a special guy, and I'm going to go see him this summer, and I expect to continue that relationship.
You mentioned before the success of the basketball team, the women going 14-2 in America East play, highlighted by Mykema Ford, the player of the year in the America East. But is it highlighted even more because Maura McHugh, the head coach, now has gotten her players signed. She has signed Mykema Ford with the Washington Mystics of the WNBA. It shows the job that Maura has done, but it also shows great guns for this university by Mykema now signing to play professionally. What does that mean to you as the athletic director?
Yeah, I mean, that's just the beginning. I mean, that's really Joe Nathan. Matt Sank has signed 6 or 7 former baseball players in the last couple of years to professional contract. We had Jason Capadoro in men's lacrosse get drafted last year. Mykema Ford getting into the WNBA, who's 11 years old. That league is 11 years old this year. And certainly what it says is that you can come to Stony Brook and you can be a great academician, if you will, but you can also become a great athlete. If you're that good, they'll find you. And we play a national schedule, so Mykema and others and our lacrosse guys and our lacrosse women and our football guys are playing against the best competition. When you play against better competition and you shine, people take notice. And Mykema's a great player. I mean, she was a very good player when she got here, and you have to credit Maura and her staff for making her a great player.
It also helps, Jim, when you have all these people that are signed professionally in all the sports. It makes recruiting for your head coaches that much easier and say, wow, she came out of this program, he came out of this program. It's got to make their jobs easier.
Yeah, and you see that a lot of some other local schools. If you will, you see when they have when people go out and they make a name for themselves. Sure. People say, hey, where'd you go to school? Where'd they go to school? And that's also written in articles on the internet. And then the coaches use that in recruiting. And they say, hey, look at this person, and you can aspire to be like that. And if you come here, as a coach, can make you better, and I will make you better. And that's what Moore clearly knows how to do. It's what Steve Peichel knows how to do. It's what Rick Soll knows how to do. It's what all of our coaches. We have a tremendously talented coaching staff. And I believe that if you come to Stony Brook and you're a good player and you want to be great and you're passionate about it, we'll make you a great player.
In your job as the lead guy here in the athletic department, the athletic director, is there something that's on your timetable that you want to get done and you see it getting done, even though it might not be on the radar screen yet?
I just want kids to have a great experience. You know, I want to have great educational experience at Stony Brook. I want kids to graduate here not wanting to graduate. You know what I mean? I really want kids to feel like, geez, Mr. Fiore, can I go to grad school here? Can I get 1 more year eligibility? Can I stay around? I want them to love this place when they leave. And I think the kids that graduate in here are starting to really believe that. I mean, the alumni that come back in great numbers talk about their great experience they've had here. So that's my number one. That's what wakes me up in the morning. 2, fundraising is a big thing. I want to leave an impact on our facilities. I mean, we transitioned many years ago from Division III, and our facilities were lagging behind. But now we're catching up to the Joneses, and in another year or so we'll surpass the Joneses, if you will. But number 2, academically, our GPA has gone, when we got here 3 years ago, from a 2.86 to a 3.1 this year. We're about a 3.1 for all of our student athletes, so I feel great about that. So my legacy is just I want these kids to have a great experience. I want them to have pride and an affinity for Stony Brook when they graduate, and I want them to represent us with class. At the end of the day, that'll take care of itself.
And you know what, Jim, a lot of those people you're talking about are behind the cameras here. A lot of people that don't get the recognition but should get the recognition. Your student athletes are working here right in the studio now. Yeah,
no doubt, and I don't want to embarrass them, but there's some great people. And I wish they had 4 years of eligibility left, and they know that because I tell them privately. But Stony Brook has great young people here. It's the greatest strength at Stony Brook, the people that walk this campus, not just the student athletes, but the general student population. You know, Stony Brook is so diverse, and I'm not talking about ethnic diversity, because it is very ethnic diverse. I'm talking about socioeconomic diversity. It's Manhattan. You know, there's different religions and races and socioeconomic backgrounds, and that's what's beautiful about Stony Brook. And the kids that are, the young men and women behind the cameras are just, you know, emblematic of what we are at Stony Brook.
Well, you know what? You are the final guest on the final show. 30 weeks has gone by. Jim Fiore, it's been great working with you guys this year. We'll do it again next year, but thanks so much for sharing your thoughts, and the hospitality here has been awesome throughout the 30 weeks. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Carl. We look forward to another year next year.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, while I have this opportunity, special thanks go out to Deanie Zimmerman, Mike Newhouse-Bailey, people on your staff, Brian McGoffin, Rob Emmerich. Those are the people that have really helped put this thing together, along with the people that we've mentioned over here. And they'll see their names as this show comes to a close. You'll see everybody that's been involved on the Stony Brook Sports Report. For the final time this year, until next September, I'm Carl Reuter, and thanks for watching. Enjoy the summer.